Hello, my name is Matthias Weiss and this is my first Kerbal space program demonstration video of one of my earlier designs, the Prometheus Mark II rocket, designed for lunar landings and of course the return. And yeah, it's this rocket is as I said, an early design, pretty basic, and it consists to 99% out of parts from the Nova punch pack. I think the only part I used from the original game is the fuel connectors and the decouplers for the external fuel tanks on the upper stage. Okay, yeah, we're already at the launch pad and ready to go, so let's don't waste time and bring it into space. One short notice before we start. This will be a full mission to the moon and back, and yeah, it will be without any cuts, and yeah, so let's boost it up and let's go to the moon. So on this first stage you have 3 boosters and 3 non-vectoring rockets on the outside, and in the middle, you can see it, yeah, it's pretty hard to see right now, we've got a smaller vectoring rocket engine. So I try to fill this video with a little bit of narration, because otherwise it would be just totally boring to watch, I think. So once in a while I will give you some facts about the rocket and what were my thoughts when I designed it. Okay. Our boosters are about to run out pretty short, and would like to detach them as fast as possible, because yeah, we don't want to lift this additional weight up to space, and there goes the boosters. Right now you can see the middle engine a little bit better, and yeah, we are already at 20 kilometers, so it's time to start to turn this ship around, bring it to 90 degrees, to bring it into orbit. And yeah, there we go. A little bit of fuel left in the outer rockets, but they will be detached soon. So let's prepare to separate the next stage. And there it goes. And what I noticed about this design is that I had to add these heavy-duty strut connectors to keep it from wobbling. Because yeah, the Nova Punch part pack tends to have these nice decouplers, but they wobble as hell if you don't do something against that. Okay, what we're doing right now is just burning and burning to get us into orbit. Let's just look. Yeah, the upper key is almost at 100 kilometers, and that's our desired orbit. We want roughly 100 kilometers. So just keep burning until the fuel runs out. Once we are in the mostly circular orbit around Kerbal, we will go and wait until the moon. Where's the moon right now? Let me take a look. Yeah, it's behind us. Until the moon rises above the surface. Most of you will know this trick. It's pretty easy to get to the moon if you just wait until it shows up on the horizon. some corrections here. And yeah. Wonderful. Everything's perfect right now. So we just can keep burning here. It doesn't really matter if it's 100 kilometers or 110, it still works. Especially... oh! There goes the next stage. Yeah, it doesn't really matter if it's... sorry, I forgot what I wanted to say. Ah yeah, especially with the new features that you have, these new overlays, so you see when you get to your injection course, and makes things very much easier than before. We'll see that in a minute. Okay, right now we are at our APO key, or apoapsis, don't know which one you prefer, is at around 103 kilometers. We just wait until we reach it and start burning again. This should be a nice and easy maneuver, and it leaves us with plenty of fuel. This rocket is just yeah, it's basically a beginner's rocket, so some people which are active in the YouTube community and play Kerbal Space Program will probably say, "Well, what a design! Why do you waste so much fuel?" But hey, it was my early days, and my actual designs are a lot more fuel efficient. But the good thing about this loaded with fuel monster is that it leaves you with a lot of possibilities for maneuvering out in space, and you can reach any point on the moon you want and just return safe. Okay, we reached the APO key and start burning again. We don't need a full throttle now because yeah, we're almost in orbit. Should be enough to do it with yeah, 66% thrust. Still probably more than we would need. Let's take a look. And yeah, there's a periapse or paro key. Let's bring up the control panel. Okay. 98, that's perfect. As you notice, yeah, my maneuvering was not perfect at all. Because, yeah, now we're a bit elliptical, but we can correct that once we reach the paro key and just do a retro burn to bring it into a more circular orbit. And that's what I will do, for sure. We have plenty of fuel, so we're kind of fine here. Okay, yeah, time acceleration only allows 2 times, but yeah, we're below 100 kilometers right now. Kind of sucks, but the other 2 spacecraft here, yeah, that's Prometheus Mark III. It has a large fuel tank for the return stage and not 2 small ones. And the Prometheus Mark IV, which has mechanical jab attached, just to try it out how it works. And yes, you notice they are parked in a circular orbit, ready to launch anytime I find time to. And yep, we're at the power key, so just do a little small retro burn here. Oh. And that's fine. That's wonderful. 97 kilometers, 105 kilometers. I could, with a little maneuvering, get it to a perfect circular orbit, but that's not, we don't really need it. We just need a basic 100 kilometer orbit to boost to the moon. So I don't waste time with, unnecessary maneuvering here. Oh yeah, the RCS thrusters are not really necessary on this aircraft, sorry, spacecraft, but I added them to to just give you some more steering options, and to give me some more steering options as well. As so, yeah. Okay, as we are waiting for the moon to rise, I will take the time and tell you a little bit about the upper stages of this ship. Yeah, right now we have the transfer stage with 3 external fuel tanks, which are feeding into the middle fuel tank. And we have plenty of fuel, so we will use this stage to bring us to the moon and do all the necessary maneuvering around there. And after that, we will drop them to the surface of the moon and just land with the middle. We use the middle remaining fuel tank with the engine for our powered descent and drop it off, as we are mostly drop it off at 4. Oh, there comes the moon. 3 to 4 kilometers above the surface. Yeah, we have reached the point where we should begin our burn to the moon. So we're just facing the horizon again and start burning. And yeah, as we are already in orbit, we have plenty of time. We don't need a full burn, just 30% or 33% should be more than enough, because yeah, we've got time to do that. And as you see, as you probably have seen already in many other YouTube videos, the Apple key is slowly wandering out there, getting closer, and as it's getting more elliptical, it will be faster and faster. So it'll take some time, but yeah, we have all the time we need. Maybe we should, just accelerate a little bit. We don't have to care about fuel, so let's just make it quick and give a full burn. And as you see, our inclination should be fine. Still a pretty good equatorial orbit I achieve here. Not perfect, but yeah, good enough at all. Burning and burning. Directly facing the moon. Yeah, and as you notice, it's going much faster right now. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, as you probably know, we want to overshoot a little bit to give us more time in the lunar orbit. And there was the first try. Let's wait and see which kind of... I really like this new feature. Which kind of orbit we want. Parity of... yeah, 100 kilometers should be good. Yeah, and so now we can switch off our engine and just drift off into space. There's the moon, the sun, and Kerbal getting smaller and smaller as we leave its sphere of influence. Yeah, where did I stop when I talked about the rock? Ah, yeah, the middle descent stage. And yeah, at 4 kilometers we'll drop this, and then we have got one small landing engine with one fuel tank. And yeah, when we want to return, this ship has a nice feature because the landing stage actually will stay on the moon, and only the return stage, consisting of 2 fuel tanks, an RCS tank, the advanced SAS module, and of course our command module, will return. Hopefully everything works right now. This is my second try. The first try was a total fail. Actually, the second try for a video. I landed this thing and returned it like 20 times already. So it's a pretty good and reliable rocket. Okay, let's boost the time up a little bit. Just be careful here. Don't want to overshoot. And yeah, the moon is catching up. And there we go. Okay, what we don't want to do now is we wait until we reach the periapsis or periapsis. And as soon as we're there, we just do a retro burn to bring us into a circular orbit around the moon, and then we search for a landing ground. You could go for a direct landing, of course, but I normally, as I have fuel enough on this ship, I normally go for a nice circular orbit before and then look for a crater to land in on the sunny side. Makes things so much easier. Okay, and okay, that's enough. Let's see, let's turn our ship around for the retro burn. Just accelerate a little more. Yeah, that should be fine. And as you see, it's working pretty good right now and should turn into a highly elliptical orbit soon. And there we are. Got a nice elliptical orbit, and just bring it, keep burning and burning until we got it circular. It's got kind of an inclination here, but that's good. Could aim for that crater very easily, and I think that's what we're gonna do. Just some corrections. Yeah, looks fine. Paro key is at 95 kilometers and the app key at 220 right now. should be enough. So do that again after we passed the periapsis. 80 kilometers, it's pretty good. Gives you enough time to search for a target to land. Okay, passed it. And the next retro burn. Yeah, as I already told you, this is a live recording, so every mistakes I make them live and in color. Ah, wonderful. So, as you see, we are pretty much already in a good position to aim for that crater right here. Could possibly bring it a little bit more to the middle. Let's try that. Yeah. 1 second. Nope, that was the wrong direction, sorry. My bad. I don't know why, but I always thrust into the wrong direction first. Still make the same mistakes over and over again. Ah, that's it. So what I'm doing now, I'm changing my inclination to... It's the easiest way right now to aim for this crater. And in fact, we have so much fuel on board, we could polarize it. So we could not polarize it. We could make a polar orbit with it, and even land on the north or south pole of the moon. I did that once, and it worked quite well. So yeah. So we have here, we have a nice, beautiful view in space, and yeah, what we have to do now is, hey, you probably guessed it, we have to wait until we are approximately just before entering the crater area before we do our next retro burn and bring us to a landing course. Okay. And yep, that should be enough. It's pretty easy right now because I can use these orbital line from the moon as a point to set my retro burn. That's what I just did. So right now all we want to do is kill as much overshoot. Good to have the SES trusses. What we want to do now is just keep burning to kill as much velocity as possible. And yeah, now we're landing. Just continue aiming for the crater. Okay, that should be enough for now, because we are still at 80 kilometers, or 68 kilometers. Wouldn't make sense to burn all of fuel up here, even if you don't need it, so just go until we are, yeah, 40 is good. So as we are already on a landing course, we can just drop our next stage, because we don't need them anymore. We've got enough fuel in this one tank, and we don't want to land in a field of debris. So now we're just burning to get us a nice landing course in the middle of the crater. Because when I'm still above here, I can it's pretty easy to kill off almost all lateral movement, which makes the final landing ascent much easier. And there you go. That's perfect. So we have our landing spot. And as you see, we have one full fuel tank just for landing, and we will have to drop it before we land, so we have too much fuel with us, to be honest. So we could have done some crazy maneuvering out in the orbit. So right now I'm just until I'm 10 kilometers away. When I'm 10 kilometers away, which is now, we'll start the next retro burn. Yeah, it's actually not a retro burn, it's a power descent. Bring the velocity down to, yeah, 50. 50 is a good number. I'm pretty careful here. You could do it with a much more fuel efficient in a much more fuel efficient way, if you're just burning later. But I don't want to risk this mission. Okay, 5,000 kilometers, 5,000 meters to go. And this is the time where I do one last burn with this main engine to drop down velocity, and then I detach it. What I want to do now is burn sideways, so we don't hit into our own debris. Okay, I might have to stop talking right now because I have to concentrate on the landing. So please, just watch the landing. Pretty careful here. Don't want to mess up this. Actually, the ground seems pretty close, but that might be an illusion. Still can't see any shadow. That far away from touchdown. And there she comes. Oh, pretty steep terrain. Don't fall over. Wonderful. And touchdown. Yeah. Pretty bad terrain for landing actually, but yeah, we made it. Some rocks around us. The sun above. And yeah. We made it to the moon. Okay, right now let's take a look at the map. Where are we? Oh, wonderful, we're almost equatorial, so for our descent it's mainly the same way as before, but we don't have to deal with the atmosphere, so just let's go back. Now there we go, there's our landing gear. What we want to do now is turn to 90 degrees as fast as possible. Because hey, if you look, our Apple key a little bit more up. Whoa! Don't do stupid things. The Apple key is at 24, 25, 28, 29, 30. Stop at about 40 kilometers. Okay. Oh look, there's Kerbal. So it's just rising, so we can make it easy and just point towards the planet and make a full burn until we leave the sphere. Word problems. The sphere of influence of the moon. That's the most easy thing to do, and that's what we do now. Hopefully we get on a nice course back to our home planet to bring these brave men back to Kerbal. And it's looking good. We have one full fuel tank left, and whoop. That was not so good. To correct it a little bit. Do a retro burn because we want to bring periapps closer to the planet. Okay, this should be it. Just waiting, time accelerating there until we get back into the sphere of influence of Kerbal. And yeah, there it comes, and it seems that we did a pretty good call, because yeah, we are hitting the sphere of influence right behind the Apple key. So this is where we want to burn, retrograde, and just bring the Paro key back into the planet. Slowly getting there. One fuel tank alone was my bad maneuvering. Was not enough, but yeah, we have plenty of fuel to spare and we're almost there. So, and that's it. A little bit more, and yeah, that will be our re-entry. from now on, basically, nothing can happen. We will return to our home planet. Definitely. There's no chance that anything can prevent us, as long as we don't fire our rockets again. Okay. So we're back to Kerbal, and yeah, we don't need our return stage anymore, so we just can drop it off here and fly back to the planet. So take one last look at the sun, where's the moon. We've been there not long ago. And yeah, now just let gravity do its work and pull us back into the atmosphere. Actually, I could have detached a little bit earlier because, yeah, in reality, yeah, we don't have re-entry heat, so we don't have to care about reality. 20 kilometers. Oh yeah, what I normally do is I aim for an ocean. Forgot that today. "10 kilometers. Speed is still pretty high, so we wait with the shoot a little bit more until it drops under 200 meters per second. Or maybe a little more. Maybe we wait until it drops under 100. And at 5 kilometers we'll pull the chute. And there we go. Joini, Adford and Robel Kerman are on their way back from their space journey. And if the game does not glitch, we should definitely survive that. Only 1 kilometer. And the chute is open. 700 meters. Can time accelerate here. Don't need to wait until it touches ground. But sometimes if it lands on steep terrain or something like that, some game glitches out and falls over and explodes. But yeah, we made it. We survived. Okay, folks, thank you for watching this boring video. I hope you liked it. Please leave a comment. I'm Matthias Weiss, and this was my first YouTube video, so please don't be so critical with me. Thank you for watching anyways, and have a good time. Bye.